Hello and aloha to everyone. Today is 26th of June 2011. My name is Abbas Tamori. I'm concluding the final chapter of the second book, which was started from the, I think, video 21, Introduction to a Practical Religion, and this would be its last chapter of the part 6, and there is just a part 7 that will come after this. And this book, which was the book of individual, man as an individual, will be over. As I promised last night, I will be talking about some of these negative attributes that some people carry, trying to analyze some of that. One of them is cruelty. The real cruelty is caused by the fear. When people are afraid of each other, the other part, the other guy that makes you to be afraid, he's going to start to be cruel to you. In the places that there is not sound legal, system. I've found out most of the people, if they know, if they're certain that whatever they do to somebody and there's no consequence, most of them are going to show cruelty to each other if they're sure that there's not going to be a consequence for it. And it's not between the people of the East or West. It's just this is the nature of man. Unless he's a spiritual. And to be a spiritual, at least you have to have one spiritual quality that might save you from being cruel to others. In the Western countries, at the social level, whatever personal level maybe, that prevented this cruelty with a large scales, is because there's a trick that they've realized it. Man is imperfect. He can't make perfect laws. It's just the way it is. But somehow, if there are two opposite and equal forces in the society, that's the way it has to be. The nature is based on that. If there are an equal and opposite forces in the society, the clashes between them create good. It's much like chlorine gas, and sodium. They're both poisons, but their mixture creates, salt, which we drink. In the US is like that. There's Republican and there's Democrat. Because they both rivals each other all the time in competition, as they clash with each other, the truth that sparkles out. All the time we hear that politicians who are not good, who are not ethical, people find out about them. And because of that situation, there can be cruelty, human right exists really. Okay, that's the first one, cruelty, but most important of them all, the mother of all the satanic attributes, is jealousy. Jealousy starts from comparison. When we compare ourselves with others, begin to do that, begin to find out the difference I have and others they don't. We think that, okay, we're better than them. If we think we're better than them, we become arrogant. If we feel we're not as good as them, then we become jealous. But it's a comparison. But it doesn't go to comparison. Comparison ends up to what? Competition. There the arrogant man finds out that, he was wrong about the guy. He thought he's not as good, is this and that. In the competition, he loses to the one who thought he's smaller than him. And when he finds out his estimation was wrong, then he becomes jealous. This is just the way it is. Some people are born to be the boss. They're just bossy. They feel they're better than others. And they keep comparing themselves. Versus the arrogance. And if they lost, they become jealous. I've written in my notes that jealousy doesn't end here. Why? Because as soon as you found out, okay, I'm not as good as the other guy, competition I lost. So what are you going to do? Then you start to look for the opportunity at any time you can to show cruelty to that individual. So that's how it goes. Comparison, competition creates arrogance. The defeat creates jealousy. And the jealousy ends in cruelty. Whatever they can to quench their feeling on why somebody is better than them. The solution to the jealousy is that when it hits you, stop comparing yourself with others. Do not get into competition, especially. The jealous has to know that he's suffering from achievement deficit disorder. There's something not enough in his character. That's what makes him jealous. Has to go steady. And find out this fact that there are no two people in the world are made the same. This is what God has not made us like Borg ship. We're different, every one of us. So there's no comparison. This door naturally is closed by God. Every one of us are a comparison between apple and pear. It's not comparable. Every one of us are good in our own line. We can't be compared with other people. This is what the fact is. If you find this out, and if you see still hits you, stay away from the people that they make you jealous. Get away from the situation and try to find out the reasons for that person to be better. Or you might be wrong thinking he's better than you and higher than you. They say that always the grass on the neighbor's side is greener. This is what you think. It may not be true at all. Investigate it more. Try to feel pity for the person who is under, under your pressure of jealousy. And if you couldn't, just stay away. But if it hits you again, still you feel jealous about this person, you're going to have to do something about it. You are less than him according to yourself. Find out what it is, and then just go start yourself to become stronger. So you don't feel jealous, about that person. Enough that you're satisfied with your progress. Jealousy is very tricky. A lot of time, it's a defense mechanism that mimics itself like jealousy. It's not jealousy. If the man comes home and sees his wife is making out with another guy, he's not jealous. He's in a defense mood. He wants to defend himself and his children and his family. Of course, you shouldn't kill the guy, you shouldn't hit him, shouldn't beat him. But his feeling, I'm saying, is not jealousy. It's a defense, So, I have to be careful about it. Baha'u'llah even allows jealousy if you can control it in a spiritual realm. For example, you're jealous why this guy's closer to God. So I want to be a spiritual just as him. Go ahead. If that is mechanizing you to move, gives you the motive, because you say Martha Ruth is the greatest Baha'i teacher, I want to be like her. Go ahead. She welcomes it. She would help you to become like her. Okay, the spiritual realm is wide and vast, you see. Because